Hi, my name is Pawan Gurala, and I'm here to demonstrate EWD Assignment 1. To begin with, this is my movie reviews table, and I have seeded some data during the CDK deploy. So let's get started with the APIs, which fetch the records based on different filters. So to begin with, we will get all the records in the table through this API. As you can see, there are 3 records, and the 3 records were fetched. So we will fetch a specific record with the help of movie ID. So let me say movie ID is equal to 1, and then as we can see, we have fetched the record with movie ID 1. Similarly, if I put 2, the movie ID 2 in the concerned record has been fetched. Similarly, there are optional query parameters like review ID is equal to 2. If I try to change the to 1, it will return an empty object because the review ID 1 is not associated with the movie ID 2 in the table. So in the table we can see movie ID is 2 and movie ID review ID is 2. I'll change it to review ID 2, and then we can get the record with movie ID 2 and review ID 2. Similarly, there is another optional parameter called reviewer ID along with movie ID. So if I send, then we will get this record. If I try to do with some other reviewer ID, which is an email, we'll get an empty data object because this particular review ID is attached to this particular reviewer ID. So if I change it back, we will get the record, the reviewer ID as this person. Now, what we will do, we will translate the movie review in the table for a particular movie. So for that, this is the API. So we'll change it for movie ID 3 with review ID 3. As you can see, currently there is no translated review for movie ID 3 and review ID 3. So we'll give the language as French. I'm sorry, this is batch. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, a translated movie review has been written. So let's go to the table and check. So this particular translated review has been updated in this particular column for movie ID 3 and review ID 3. Next, we will sign up the user and confirm that user and sign in with that user. And then we will do a post movie review and update movie review and delete movie review. So let's start with the signing up the person. For that, we'll go to auth service API. First, we'll do a sign up. Sign in with this user. And yes, the user has been added to the user pool. So as you can see, the user has been added to the user pool, but he is not confirmed. So we'll do a confirm. Now we have been confirmed. Let's check. Now the status is unconfirmed as of now. Now we have confirmed it. Yes, it is confirmed. Now we will do a sign in. With the registered user. Yes. The authentication was successful. Now we'll post a movie review. We'll add a movie review. We'll add a movie with ID 4. And here I'm not adding the review ID because it is an auto incremented column. And also I'm not adding the reviewer ID because that will be updated with the email ID with which this person has been logged in. Now we'll update the cookie. The movie review has been added. We'll go and check the table whether this has been added or not. As we can see, there is a fourth item in the table which we have added now. So The review ID has been incremented with 1 and it is 4, and the reviewer ID is being updated with the email ID of the signed in person. Now we will try to update that movie review. Now we will update the movie review with movie ID 4 and review ID 4. Let me add a cookie over here. As you can see, the movie review is updated. Let's see in the table whether this is updated or not. As we can see, initially we have this particular review on update. As we have updated it, it had turned into the updated review. Now this is a restricted update. Only the person who had actually posted it can make the changes. If I try to update the movie review with movie ID 3 and movie ID 4, it won't update. It says you're not authorized user to update this review. So if I try to update this with movie ID 4 and review ID 4, it will update. In the background, it will check the email ID in the reviewer ID and the logged in reviewer ID, and it will tally, and if it is okay, it will allow to update the movie review. Similarly, we will delete the review. Here also it is the same functionality. The person who had actually posted the review can delete it. No other person will be able to delete this. As you can see, the movie review has been deleted, and let's go and check. Now it should have only 3 items. So if I try to delete a movie review with movie ID 3 and review ID 3, it won't allow me to do so. And it says you're not an authorized user to delete this because the logged in user email ID is not matching with this particular reviewer ID. So that's it from my side. Thank you.